we once knew was now different, scary and crazy, and puffy animals were living in it. No one remembered exactly when it started. One morning in Edmonton, the sky was its usual pale blue, the traffic hummed along White Avenue, and people rushed to work with coffee in hand. By noon, the clouds began to wobble like cotton candy in warm water. By evening, the first creature appeared. It rolled down the street like a giant pink tumbleweed with tiny paws. It had round ears, glossy marble eyes, and fur so fluffy it looked like it had been stitched together from clouds. At first, people thought it was a parade balloon gone rogue, until it blinked. Then it barked. But the bark sounded like a squeaky toy being stepped on. Within days, more appeared. Giant puffy rabbits the size of trucks bounced across highways. Fuzzy raccoon-like creatures perched on rooftops, their tails spiraled like cinnamon rolls. Small cotton ball kittens floated gently in the air, carried by invisible breezes. They weren't aggressive. They were just there, watching, wondering, existing. The world panicked anyway. News stations called them the Pufflings. Scientists tried to capture one, but every time they touched the creatures, their hands sank into the fluff and came out sparkling. The creatures would simply wobble away, leaving behind a faint smell of vanilla. Schools closed. Offices emptied. Grocery stores sold out of everything except marshmallows. No one knew why, but it felt related. Then the scary part began. One night, the power went out across the city. The streets fell into darkness. From every direction came soft, synchronized squeaks. Thousands of glowing eyes lit up the night like stars had fallen to earth. A teenage boy named Malik stood at his bedroom window, heart racing. One enormous puffy bear stood in the middle of the street below. It was taller than a house, its fur shimmering silver in the moonlight. Slowly, it looked up at him and waved. Malik blinked. The bear tilted its head and sat down, squishing a parked car like it was made of cardboard, yet it didn't seem angry. It seemed lonely. Over the next week, people began to notice something strange. The Pufflings followed humans who were sad. They curled around hospitals. They bounced near shelters. They hovered outside homes where arguments echoed through the walls. Whenever someone cried, a small floating kitten would drift close and nuzzle them. The world wasn't ending. It was changing. The Pufflings weren't invaders. They were reflections, soft, oversized mirrors of human emotion. The angrier the city became, the larger and more chaotic they grew. When people calmed down, the creatures shrank, their fur settling like quiet snowfall. Malik decided to test a theory. He walked outside one evening, hands trembling, and approached the giant silver bear. Instead of fear, he focused on something warm: his mother's laugh, the smell of pancakes on Sunday mornings, the way sunlight felt on his face in summer. The bear's glowing eyes dimmed. Its massive body slowly shrank, fluff folding inward like collapsing clouds. Within minutes, it was no bigger than a regular teddy bear. It sat at Malik's feet and let out a gentle, content squeak. Across the city, the same thing began to happen. The panic eased, the shouting softened. The Pufflings grew smaller and softer, until they were no longer towering giants but tiny companions drifting beside people like living plush toys. The normal world was gone. But in its place was something new, still strange, still a little crazy, but no longer as scary. Because sometimes, the monsters that appear aren't there to destroy the world.